people that I work with try to invite themselves over to my house. I've had somebody that I work with grab my ass as I was typing a report at headquarters at Life EMS, where there are multiple other people around. I thankfully in that moment was very unafraid to say very much out loud, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't a baseball game. What do you, and he like, didn't expect me to say anything out loud and immediately shut down and walked away. But just the boldness, I guess, that some people have with women. And, and I look back on those and I can think that way now, but in the moment, it felt very much like, this is what happens. You have, you had the Me Too movement. You have the, women speaking up now about interactions like that. And there were some people I'm sure that did that then, but in my mind at that time, it's just a casualty of being there, being a person, being a woman. And it wasn't something that I thought, oh, I need to report that right away. It was something that I thought, well, I handled it. I addressed it in real time. And so it's done with. And you kind of think back now after hearing everything, especially today. I mean, I fucking probably should have said something, because if he was that bold to do that to me when there are other people around in a work environment, what has he done to other people, and what did he do after me? I mean, and again, to that was in comparison such a mild experience compared to others that other people have shared and experienced. Um, that I have, like, I feel guilty not because, oh, it happened to me, but strictly from the point of I should have took it further, because who knows what happened after me, and who he and how far that went after that with other people. Um, but that is, and I share that to say that that's, I mean, that hasn't happened in my current position, but it still happens in an EMS, being such a male dominated field, and women, there's more women a part of this industry now than there has ever been, which is wonderful. But it is historically a very male dominated field that sometimes, unfortunately for me, and it's embarrassing to say, but at that time I was like, yeah, this is just kind of a casualty of the job, a casualty of the, industry. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? And then you have, the fear of saying something of, well, you probably gave him some indication that it was okay. And, no, but I can understand that fear of that other women have to bring stuff like that forward. The fear of how other women will see you, the fear of how how they can twist it, and not just men twist it, but how other people can twist it to kind of give the perception that you were giving some indication that that type of behavior is okay. Um, but all that to say that in the moment, I never really thought about it. I never really thought about me being a woman in a male dominated field. Even when I left to go um, work at the medical control, I was still the only one. Well, the other female that was there was an administrative assistant. So to be the only woman there that was not in a traditionally female role, like a secretary or an administrative assistant, is typically thought of as a female's role, at least in the 50s and, Mad Men era. I mean, and so to be the only woman there at the office that wasn't a secretary, and I put that in quotation marks because I think administrative assistant is the term now, the appropriate term. So I don't say secretary to minimize. I use that as a way to kind of illustrate the female component to that position, or was associated with that position. And even then, I never really thought about it. I can look back at it now and go, oh, I was the only woman in that office that was not in an administrative assistant role, and what that was like. But it felt like I needed to prove myself, that I deserved to be there. And I mean, an imposter syndrome, I know, is a real thing. But being a female did add another element of, because even in that role, um, in the agency area that we covered, there was still a lot of what did she do to get that role, and then um, the assumptions and comments made, that wasn't necessarily made to me directly, but I also could hear them. Like, I've got ears, I can hear what you're saying. And then just the more interesting part are the people that felt that they needed to tell me what other people were saying in that regard. It's like, why do you telling me that people are questioning how I got my position. Like, what do you hope to accomplish by that? And the end of the part is like, well, maybe I guess thank you for your transparency and telling me. I don't know what to do with this information. It makes me feel like shit. That's really all I know right now.